It's great. It's been long in coming. The kids have been training for quite a while. A couple of disappointments. The Crifter Games is called off, though the athletes, for the second time in a year, so the athletes are disappointed. A few of them would have qualified last year and didn't go, and then this year the same thing is happening again. But we are looking forward to the competition. We are hopeful that it will increase so that more athletes will get to participate, and we are hoping that the younger athletes will also be able to get a little competition before the year is over.
You mentioned some disappointments of the past year. There have also been some good moments today. Two athletes qualified with the NACAC and
Yes,
the
two
18
persons met the
times,
qualifying
time and
standards.
distance in the long jump. Tell me about that and tell me about how important that is for track and field in Barbados.
It's very heartening because we know that the athletes have been training and they're putting in the work, so now we are seeing the results of that hard work. It is expected that a few more persons will also qualify in the coming weeks. Maybe next weekend we'll see a couple more.
So, with persons qualifying, we will continue again next weekend here at Usain Bolt and at the National Stadium.
Yes.
Track is looking good. What about the field events?
Well, the discus this morning, the discus for boys, the javelin and the shot for women, they're feeling out the thing. They haven't been able to train on the surface for a long time, and they're taking out the kinks, working out the kinks. So they're feeling the way gradually. The javelin, the young lady threw 41, I believe, 41.56 or something like that. Shot was won in 11.88. Not as good as expected. The discus boys, I think we got a 36 and a 42 to start with. But like I said, you're looking for improvements as you go along because you haven't been able to use the surfaces for quite a while.
Okay, for you as a coach now, they haven't been able to use the surfaces and train for a while. Is there any risk of ring rust or injury competing today and next week and in the future?
Well, once they act carefully, they feel the wear gradually, the jumps might be a little safer, but because of the surface, the lack of a surface, like my club, we've been training on a cement, top of a cement well, for the throwers, so they're now getting to actually get the full range of the circle. So we had a couple of fouls today, but it is coming along. We're expecting vast improvements, especially in things like the hurdles where we've always done well. Some of the times today, the form of the athletes, they're looking good. So we expect that the times will come down as they get more competition.
And obviously the main reason why we haven't had any meets in the past year and a half is because of COVID-19. Today we had a very COVID-sensitive meet, a lot of sanitization.
Yes.
How do you see the progression of the season with the protocols, and how did the protocols put in place today, how were they effective?
They were very effective. It slows down the meet a little bit sometimes because you got to make sure that everybody's safe. You got to work on the social distancing, got to make sure the kids keep their masks on as long as they're not competing. And well, with the stadium, it was a small group, so we didn't have much of a problem. But then there were a larger number down here. It's heartening to see the amount of people that came out, and as long as they maintain the protocols, hopefully we'll get back to the stage where we can have some spectators as well to encourage the kids.
Okay, final question. You personally from BC Track, how do you think of the performances of your athletes today?
A little rusty, but it's going to come on. The throwers, they're going to do well. I expect at least one person, two, maybe to qualify in the coming weeks.